Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Yellow Studio Live. I'm Blume Bauer. I teach artists how to use print on demand and AI to grow their art businesses. I'm so excited it's Friday and we're going to have some fun playing with Adobe Firefly's video editor. I've never used it before, so fair warning. We're going to see if it's intuitive, how easy it is to use, and is it something that we want to use for our art businesses, our marketing, or is it something that is not necessary? We're going to find out. Say hi if you're here in the chat. I'm going to move you guys over. Do you ever get into something? I was working on a project before I started the live, and I was so into it that I went, oh, it's almost 6. It was like 5:58. Hi, Beth. Hi, other Dawn. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. So glad you guys are here. Do you ever get in the flow of doing work and you just don't want to get out of it? That's what happened to me today. I was working on downloading some Sora videos with a new watermark remover that I found, and I can show you guys that another day. But I was just in the zone and watching these Sora videos that I made, and there's so many fun ones and so many that turned out so good. And then there's some that are just like random silliness, which I think will be fun to post on my social as well. And so, yeah, I was just in the zone, going. And at 5:58, I said, oh, it's almost 6. I turned on my light, turned on the mic, started going. Hopefully, we're all good. Leela. Hi, Leela. Welcome. Hi, Flory. Welcome. Hi, Jill. Jilly Bean. Hi. Oh, Donna. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Yay. You lose all the track all the time too, Jill. Oh, good. That makes me feel better. Today, Jill and I were on Beth's live. If you don't know Beth, check her out. She's in the comments right now, out of the box on the road. And she's doing really cool lives from China, and she has different themes. She has a health night, and today, Fridays are a free-for-all. It's her Saturday morning. She's a whole half a day ahead of us, basically, when she's on live. But anyway, today in Beth's live, Jill and I found out that A, she lives in a place where I used to hang out all the time and go to frequently, and B, that neither of us have ever had a cup of coffee. So let me know in the comments if you have never had a cup of coffee, because I was shocked to find somebody else who has never had a cup of coffee. I found out when I was very young that I couldn't have caffeine, and I hadn't already grown a taste for coffee. I'd never tried it or been interested. I was pretty young, and, I liked caffeine sodas, like Dr. Pepper was my favorite. And then I found out that it was giving me headaches. It started giving me headaches, and then at one point I was getting migraines like every single day. And I went to a holistic doctor, and we wrote down everything that I ate and drank for a week. And the only thing that was every single day was Dr. Pepper. And this was when I was first in college, just out of high school. And I was, burning the candles at both ends, working full time, going to junior college, trying to do it all. Sounds familiar, like I am now today. So I was drinking a lot of caffeine. Anyway, he said, let's try to take the caffeine out and see what happens. And literally within like 3 days, the migraines went away. No more headaches. I never had a problem again. And so it was, oh my gosh, it felt so good to resolve that. But I miss Dr. Pepper so bad, but never learned to drink coffee. So never had a cup of coffee. I don't even think I've ever tasted it. Not even tasted someone else's or anything. Never had coffee. Let's see what everyone says. Oh, thank you, Beth. Beth says, don't forget to like and subscribe, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please leave a like on the video. It helps, push it out more. Jill says, I love when I get in the zone. Me too. It feels so good. You're just like, oh, going, going, going. And especially when it's something you enjoy, right? It just feels really it fills you full of endorphins and everything. That was so funny, Beth, that we found that out. Leela says, Beth, you can tell the US about the future. How is it? I love that. Flory says she lives on coffee, not for the caffeine, but for the aroma, the first sip in the morning. Oh, I know most people love it, like love the smell, love everything about it. I don't care for the smell of coffee brewing, but there used to be in the mall. Remember malls? Do you still have a mall in your town? There used to be a mall, at a store in the mall in our town that sold coffee beans. And walking past that store, wow, smelled really good. I did love that store. Oh, Jill liked Diet Dr. Pepper. I never drank Diet because someone told me about all the chemicals in Diet soda once. Like, sure, you're not getting the sugar now, but now you're getting all these bad chemicals. And so I never touched a Diet soda either. And they make me feel weird, like the faux sugars, all of them make me feel like woozy and dizzy. But that's so cool that it actually helped your migraines, though. That's nice. For most people, it does. That's what my doctor said. I said, I thought caffeine's supposed to help people's headaches. And he said, yeah, well, you seem to have an adverse reaction. So like the opposite was happening to my blood vessels, capillaries, something in my brain. They were swelling instead of shrinking. Usually caffeine shrinks them and you feel better and the swelling goes away. And for me, the opposite was happening. So that's swelling. This is swelling in your brain. This is shrinking, swelling in your brain, in case you're wondering. Oh, Flory says she can't have milk. Oh, yeah, that's hard. Yeah, milk is really hard on your sinuses, isn't it? I haven't had milk in years and years. I don't know why I stopped. Oh, probably because I had gallstones and it was affecting them. But yeah, I stopped drinking milk so long ago. Now I love almond milk or oat milk. I love those kinds of milks. What else? Aw, Beth says the future looks bright from her perspective. How was the beach, Beth? Beth went to the beach today. She's staying at a place near the beach. Sounds really wonderful. Beth loves coffee too. No coffee, ice cream, or tiramisu. No, I don't actually. I do not like coffee ice cream. If anyone gives me coffee ice cream, I'll have none. Like, I don't like it at all. And tiramisu is not a favorite either. That coffee flavor in there is just kind of like, what's a mall? Flory says, yeah, seriously. I don't think there are any malls left, is there? I mean, we have actually, I take that back. Where I live now, we do have this little mall, but it is nothing like what you think of a mall as. Now, the way that it's a mall is that you can walk from store to store inside like a hallway, but it's not like a mall. It's not like big department stores on the ends and a food court and all, it's just some little shops like connected by an indoor hallway. Yeah, the chemicals are horrible in diet soda for sure. Oh, Beth says the beach was beautiful. She posted a video short in the YouTube. So go check out the beach in China from Beth. Yay! I can't wait to go see it after the video. And Flory says, 2 big ones just closed within the last year within 10 minutes of me. Oh, the malls. Yeah. I think they're kind of going out of fashion for sure. Palm trees and everything. Oh, how exciting. I can't wait to see that. That's so exciting. All right, let's get going on. I could sit here and chat with you guys all night. Let's get going and try the Firefly editor. What I'll do is I'll use some of my videos to try to compile them like we did in Canva, but I have a feeling there aren't going to be cool templates. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Yes, so excited to see Firefly. Let me pick, let's share Firefly so that can start loading in case it takes a second to go from black. And then let me I was so in the flow, I didn't go grab my videos that I wanted to use for tonight. So let me grab some real quick. I know where we were last time, I think, with the frogs. So if I can go back to that same area. Oh yeah, it was Frog in the Fog. Oh, this actually will be really cool. I have these videos. This theme was the theme was going green. Oh, I already made a video for it. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I did that one. Oh, and did I do this one too? Yep, I did that one too. Do I have video of this one? Sorry guys, hang on a second. Do I have video of that one? No. Oh, this is another good one. Okay, so something I noticed that I don't know if you ever go back and look at your older AI files, like at your old images and your video to see like the difference between what your output looks like now compared to what it used to. I mean, we all kind of vaguely remember, 6 fingers on everybody, 3 legs on everybody, all kinds of weird wonky stuff happening. And then in video, like the morphing of the face and the twisting of things and the blurredness of like hands and legs and things. So this particular set of videos that I'm going to try to compile tonight in Firefly were pretty bad. I went to look at them after we did Frog in the Fog the other night. I was really on a roll of like making some more videos, and I made a few more in Canva. And I got to this one. It's called Stardust, and the videos were horrible, like embarrassingly horrible. I was like, I'm not going to put these together. I'm not going to put work into putting these together and post them on social media because I'd be embarrassed. They're just not good. So what I did is I tried doing the video in Halo. That's what I call it. I know everyone calls it different things. I like Halo. It reminds me of that song, Hey Now, Hey Now. Anyway, so I call it Halo. I put one of them in there just to see. I was like, is it my image quality that was so poor from back then that didn't make a good video? Or was it just the video quality back then? And so I put it in Halo and I reran it, and it was beautiful. I mean, beautiful. So I was stoked. So I ran all the rest of them, and now we have a whole bunch to try for tonight. Flory says, what did I miss? I stepped away for a minute and you're not chatting anymore. Oh, sometimes you have to refresh. My frog loving friend thought Frog in the Fog was terrific. Oh, yay, Jill. I'm so happy. That one just, I like to make things that make me smile. And if they make other people smile, it's like a double win, right? So let's try Stardust. It's a 916. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to say new project. Like I said, I've never used this before. So, this is generate video. This feature is for video generation. Okay, I don't want to generate video. I want to use a video editor. Let's go back. Go to edit video. Let's say new project. Let's call it test. And we'll say automatic. We can just go ahead and say 916. Create project. And it gave us a bunch of weird videos over here, so I don't really want any of that. Add media to timeline, select files. Drag media here. Oh, good. I can drag it in. All right, so I'm going to go get my Halo videos. There's 35 of them. Just going to upload those. We'll give it a minute. Beautiful. Okay, so now I think what I'd like to do is at the beginning, I want at least some text that says Stardust. So I'm going to choose text. Like I said, I don't know how this works yet, so we're going to find out. Titles. Let's view all titles and find one that I like. Oh, not a lot of options. That's okay. Sometimes less options are better, aren't they? Because then you don't have to go through all the options for 20 minutes. It's only just going to be one word, so it doesn't really have to be. I kind of like this font. Okay, let's see if I can just change it. Okay, so I just double clicked on the text and I'm going to write star. Oh, I'm going to push caps lock. Oh my goodness. I can't talk. Okay. Stardust. And then I'm going to say in here, select that and just say bye. Boom. Oh, no, let's say yellow. Studio. Now, can I ungroup it? Oh, good. Good. I can move it around how I want it. So that's nice. Drag and drop, pretty easy. Let's see if I can change the color of the text because I don't want it to really be hot pink. Oh, and this little box here didn't go with the buy. So I gotta go grab that. Okay, can I select it and change the color? Anyone see color? Let's see here. Color. Our aspect ratio is 916. Interesting that it let me either do auto or choose it, and I chose 916, and then when we opened this up, it had it at 16:9. So that's pretty interesting. I want it 1080. I'm looking for color. If anyone sees color, let me know. It's got to have a way to, oh, maybe in here? Oh, good. Okay. Settings. So it's on the top right, this little properties bar. And I can change this pink to white is what I want. And then I'm going to do that for all of these. And let's get this and go white. Actually, do I want that one to be yellow? Oh yeah, that might be cute. Maybe I'll do this in yellow. And it looks like you can change the font color as well, but I'm going to say yellow. Now I need to move this though over, and then that by is also kind of weirdly in there. Okay, that feels better, prettier. So something I'm missing from Canva is animating the text. I don't know if we go back to properties. I don't see a way to animate the text. Describe the video you want to change, text-based editing, group, align. Yeah, I don't see any way to animate it. That's okay. We'll live without it. But that is something fun that Canva does. I also, I need to finagle this a little bit better too. I want to take those two things and just scooch them down a little. So I'm using my keyboard down arrow to just scooch that down a little bit. I didn't like how off it was. And the by is still weird too. I wish it would lock in like the other Adobe apps, things lock together in the center of things. Like when you're trying to do something like that, put a circle around text. It'll usually help you quickly lock it into the center, but this is not doing that. So that's interesting. Okay, so I like this. It looks nice. It's going to be on the first frame. I don't see, I do see down here in the timeline, I can make it go the full extent of the video. I mean, of that first video, that first frame. So I'm going to go ahead and let it be on the full extent there on the first frame. And then I think I'm going to want some transitions between the frames, but let's see what it looks like now just without them. Yeah, it feels a little too harsh of a switch to me between. So I want to see how to add some transitions. I think this looks like a transition tool. It is. Yay. And I'll see if you guys have any questions while I'm going along. Yes, you can work in a horizontal format. You could switch to 16:9. Beth liked the pink. Yeah, the pink was so cute, but it wasn't quite what I was envisioning for this. And oh, she saw the aspect ratio. Great. Pink reminds me of a shirt I had in the 80s, which I adored. Ugh, I loved hot pink in the 80s. I still love it now. I love all neon. Oh, Beth, thanks. She says, I love learning design aesthetics from you. I don't have a fun song for this yet. I figured I would just pick one on TikTok. That's what I do typically if I don't have a song. I thought about using David Bowie's There's a Starman Waiting in the Sky. But I'm not sure if that's perfect for this. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, I also noticed I want to take out these frames because they don't match. It was a different idea that I had, and so I'll put those in their own video at some point. Okay, so it makes you select each one, and then hopefully I can just hit delete. Good. Okay, so I just selected those four and hit delete, and they're out of the video. Okay, so now we're on transitions, and we can either do a black fade or dissolve. I'm going to try to zoom in on my timeline here so I can add in the transitions. Okay, that's nice. So zoom in on your timeline is down here. This little zoom button will zoom you back out to where they're really small, or zoom in so you can see between the frames. When I'm adding like at least the first transition, I want to be able to see, and I don't know if it's going to do that nifty thing that Canva does where we pick a transition and then it will apply to all. We're going to see. We're going to see what it does. Dissolve. Dissolve transitions can only be added to adjacent media on the media track. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to try to put it there. Media was interesting. Oh, okay. Let's see if I like the dissolve. I might like black fade better. Yeah, I think I might like black fade better. I use dissolve on Canva a lot because it's one of the only ones that's kind of a normal transition that they have. Oh, I want this to be here. Okay, let me delete. I'm just selecting it and deleting it, and I'm clicking and dragging it onto where I want it. Okay, let's see what that does, how that looks. It might be too much. Huh, it's not bad. And so I think I have to drag it onto every frame that I want it, which is not as fun as the apply all in Canva, especially because I have so many frames. Yeah, I think I like that fade to black better. Although it's still the coming in is, let me do one with dissolve again and see if I'd rather have dissolve or fade. Which one do you guys like better? Fade or dissolve? Let's see. So sleek and filled with just the right amount of attitude. Thanks, Jill. Those seem more Starman to me, the ones you deleted. Oh, yeah. Those were, yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm not sure. I might go something more like hip and contemporary for this one. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, that's such a cool feature in Canva, isn't it? Where you can just apply all. You guys like the dissolve better? Leila says dissolve. I kind of think so too, probably because at first I wasn't sure about it, but now I feel like compared to the black fade to black, it's still giving that harsh like pop when the new one comes on. And I like that the dissolve goes out and into the new one, out into the new one. Okay, so I'm going to take these off by clicking on them and deleting. And I'm going to do dissolve, and it looks like we're going to have to do that for every single one. So let's get busy. Dissolve. Dissolve. So I would say that so far the editor is somewhat intuitive. I was able to find everything that I've needed so far, other than I couldn't animate the text, which I don't know if it even has that option, but I would have liked to have animated the text some, like have it come in or drop in or something, or fade out. This is a lot of clicking and putting, but it will be done eventually. Something else we're going to do after this is then watch the frames. I almost wonder if I should have done it before I put in these transitions. Well, we're almost done, so we're going to go with it this way. Now I want to watch all of the frames and see which frames feel like they're too long. Sometimes, 5 seconds of the frame is great, but I like them to be varied and not just be like 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds. I want to have like 5 and 2 and 1 and 1 and 3 and 2 and 5 and 1 and 2 and 3, and like just be all over the place so that it feels fresh all the way through. If the timing has a pure steady rhythm, it could make sense if you have a piece of music that makes sense that that you stick to that rhythm of the music where you're being repetitive in the length of each clip on purpose. But typically, if there's more variety in the length of each clip, it creates more interest as people are watching it, in my opinion. Let's see here. Can I lengthen the transitions? Let's try. No, it's not giving me any option. It's giving me like a little thing to click and pull it, but it doesn't do anything when I pull on it. I click it and it just stays the same size. This makes me love Canva even more. Yeah, it does. Me too. It's interesting because, I mean, this isn't Premiere Pro, so it's not their full-fledged editor, and that could be why they're not putting as much heart into it, because it's meant to be kind of more of a generator than an editor. But it said it was an editor, so I thought, let's try it tonight and see. Yeah, I do wonder how much business Adobe has lost to Canva as well. And you would think that it would have more than true transitions, absolutely. But their Premiere Pro has, endless transitions, and then you can upload more transitions. They have like a bunch to choose from that are already in the app, and then you can add new transitions. I think you can even create your own transitions, but I'm not that fancy of a video editor. I don't know how to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to watch some of the clips and see if I want to shorten any, and we're going to see if trying to shorten them messes with my transitions. Let's find out. Now, I think for her, first of all, you know how they say you only have 3 seconds to capture someone's attention? And so I think for her, I'm going to put her at 3 seconds, because I want to grab attention and not have someone turn away thinking that's the only thing that's going to happen in this video. So I'm going to scrunch her down to 3 seconds. I like her, but she's, a little slow, a little too boring. We'll give her 2.5 seconds. Oops. 2.2. Now this gal looks very similar to my first gal. So I'm going to make her maybe a little over a second. Well, that's 2. I don't really like what her hands do at the end. That's another reason I like to go through and edit them for length, is sometimes the animator doesn't do really what I would like. And so I'll adjust the length for that reason as well. She doesn't need to be that long either. I'll go about 3. I like her little sassiness at the end, so I'm going to actually clip the front of her video and clip her down a little bit, and then see how that is. I like her smile at the end, so instead of clipping the back, I'm going to clip the front. About right there. I like her smile too. Really don't think that one needs to be too long. It can be a little shorter. And same with Canva, it looks like you want to get that timeline viewer, that little bar out of the way when you're adjusting. It was acting a little bit wonky when I tried to pull the frame. I like that she moves, but we could cut her about there. Oops. Move the timeline away so it's not in your way. Definitely acts kind of weird. I kind of like that one. I like to leave a few all the way long, so I'm going to leave her because I like how she has the star dust coming out of her head, basically. She feels a little boring. I'm going to clip her like about there. That one could be shorter too. Oh gosh, that timeline cursor. Whatever it's called, that thingy. That viewer. Okay. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, I love the movement of her hands. It's so nice. These are all freshly animated in Halo, and the the movement of hands and bodies and stuff has gotten so much better. Her hands actually looked graceful. Jill says, "I love the cloud hair." She says, This isn't free, is it?" You know, that is a great question. I have the Adobe Creative Suite. Let me see. Let me find out for you real quick. They have a free web-based plan with limited monthly generative credits for video editing, AI-powered text to video and image generation. So that's for their generative AI. It might be free. We could try at the end and see in an incognito window with me not logged in and see if it would let me work in it for free. Oh yeah, she says, because if you're paying for this, I think it would have more choices and options. But I have the whole Creative Suite, so I have Premiere Pro, and that is normally what I edit video in when I'm using Adobe. I use Premiere Pro, So, but I just wanted to try this tonight because I've never tried it before. And it's supposed to be kind of more of a simpler, more intuitive editor like Canva, as opposed to Premiere Pro, which is pretty meaty. There's a lot in there. There's a lot in there I don't even know what it does because I've never needed it, and I just use what I have needed so far in there. And yeah, the one gal looks like she's underwater. I love that. Oh, I have to keep her hands in because they're just so pretty. Now this one I don't love. I'm actually going to take that one out. I don't like how it's coming out of her head like in two lines or horns or whatever they look like. I don't know. I don't really like that one. Okay. I'm going to go back. And I could reanimate it if I wanted to try to get something better. That one was all kind of the same, so I'm going to make it a little shorter since we had a couple of long ones. She's pretty long for not doing much. I'm going to trim off the end of that one. Got right there. I like the end of that one more than the beginning, so I'm going to trim that one back from the beginning. Want her hand in there. Okay. Oh, I don't really like that one either. The background's too black. I think I'm going to make that one short too. It's okay, but not my favorite. Oh, I love the end of that one. Drag it back to there. It's funny, AI loves to close the eyes of the models when you do like fashion style images. I get a lot of closed eyes. So when they open their eyes in the video, I always want to keep that part in because there's going to be so many closed eyes. I want to have some open eyes or some smiles, things like that. I'm going to trim this one from the front. Right there. Ooh, that one's risque. I like her though. Her hands look real and they move naturally, which I really love. I think I'm gonna take a little bit off the end. So it doesn't need to be that long. Let's see how that looks. Now her hand is a little weird, so I'm gonna take off the beginning of that one until her hand looks normal. Right there. And I'm going to take off the beginning of hers. So we have mostly smiling. Okay, I really like this. Now, the only other thing I would maybe do on some, I'm trying not to do it on every video, which is add like an end card. But let's just do it for the sake of seeing if we can add an end card in this editor. And but I'm trying not to do it on every video because then it makes people not, I feel like it makes people not watch my videos as much unless it's just like a quick flash or something. Questions. True. I could, Donna says you could potentially do a rough cut in Firefly and then take it to the full editor for more options. Absolutely. I'm so used to Premiere Pro now, so I could do what I just did in Firefly probably just as quick. So I probably would just work in Premiere Pro if I prefer that over this. And Leila says, which platform do you use to make the original images? These were all Midjourney. Most of my image creation is Midjourney. I always start there. It's my favorite. It knows with my personalization, it knows my style and what I like, and I'm better at prompting there than other image generators. If it just won't do something that I really want it to do, I'll go into another image generator. But now with Nano Banana, I usually can get something really beautiful in Midjourney. And then if it won't behave and do what I need, or if it gives the gal 3 feet or something, I can take in a Nano Banana and edit it and make it just right and keep that Midjourney aesthetic. So yeah, Midjourney is still my number one for image creator for sure. Why would it make people not watch my videos with an end card? Well, I feel like it feels more advertising, more of an advertisement basically. And so I think people, if you always have an end card, they kind of start to think that all your videos are advertising. But a video like this for sure isn't advertising for my particular business, so that's good. And I do like a quick, like a little, the last card just saying like that it's by you. But I did say it at the beginning, but I want to see if I can even do that in Firefly. So let's see. Where will I go? There is generation settings, text-based editing, text, generation history, my media. I don't know that it's going to give me that option to add an end card. What is this? Skimmer, snap mode, change aspect ratio. What happens if I close the properties? Nothing. I don't see. I wonder if I just add text to the end. It might just make this into a card. Let's try that. So I'm just going to say star. Oh, I want it to be all caps. Stardust. Bauer. Studio. Oh, Yellow Studio Productions is usually what I do. Productions. I was like, what do I do? It's too big for the scene. I want to select those two things and move them over. We could keep the pink now, but it's not on the image. something like that. Let's just see if that works, if it even makes an end card. So I think it does. Maybe. I didn't mean to go back that far. I just wanted to see if this worked. See if that worked. That's really long. Let's make it like, oh yeah, way too long. Second and a half. I'm also noticing it's really hard, maybe if I zoom in, it's really hard to get like a second and a half. It wants to jump to 2. Let me move this out of the way and see if it gives me a little bit. Yeah, it wants to jump like to 123 or to 2. I'm not really getting anything between the two, which is a little bit frustrating if you really wanted something to have, the timing you wanted to have. It won't, yeah, it won't, it just won't give it to me. Okay, so 123 it is. Close enough to a second and a half. Okay, so I think that is going to be our end card, but we're going to download it and see if that really is the case. Do you have any questions while I'm still in here before we download? Leela says her favorite is Midjourney too. Yeah, for sure. It's just such a winner. Especially when you want creative images. Okay, so I am going to download and see what that does. I'm going to say 1080, download video. It's going to take a minute or a lot of minutes. We shall see. It says it's only at 1%. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's jumping. Oh, yes, kitty cat. He just loves to row his head off. He's being pretty good for us tonight. I haven't had to text the sweetie person yet for it. Thank you all for joining me on Friday night. So fun. Okay, my video is downloading. Yay! It's downloading. Is in progress. And so I think that's kind of funny. Something that Adobe video editors do. Premiere Pro does this too. When you go to download it, when you started the project, I named it Stardust. But when you go to download, it doesn't keep the name. It called it Timeline. So we're going to see if it's actually my video. And yeah, let me X out of here for a second and go to it. I don't understand why they have you name the project and then when you download it, it doesn't keep the name of the project. It's kind of odd, but whatever. Okay, it looks like we have a video. Let's watch it and see. It won't have any music. That's another thing that Canva was missing. I don't see, I mean, that this was missing compared to Canva. Canva does at least let us add some music, some copyright-free music if we want to. I probably wouldn't use the copyright-free music that Canva gives for this particular thing, but it is kind of fun to have some music if in case you do need copyright-free music for an advertising type purpose. Yes, I do keep all my images on a separate hard drive, on an external hard drive. It has 8 terabytes. And I used to have a 2 terabyte external hard drive and I filled that. And so I bought a bigger one. And because they are so much less expensive, my 2 terabyte external hard drive years ago, I would say 15 years ago, a long time ago. No, maybe more. Anyway, was $300. And my 8 terabyte external drive was only $100. So they've come way, way down in price. And so I went ahead and got a really big one, even though I only had 2 terabytes to put on it and then grow from. I think I'm up to about 3.5 terabytes now that I'm doing so much video and imagery and stuff. But yeah, I do keep it all separate. That way it keeps my computer hard drive freed up of all of that content, so it has room to run all of the applications that I want to run. This way I can run Illustrator and Premiere Pro and Photoshop and anything else all at the same time and keep switching back and forth between them. And I don't run out of any like drive space that way because all of my files are on the external drive. And then I also am double backing them up now to a cloud, well, to 2 cloud options. I'm doing, I'm backing up all my image and video files to SmugMug because they have unlimited storage. And then all of my other types of files, Photoshop files, Illustrator files, PDFs, text files, Word docs. I'm uploading all of those to my Google Drive since their storage is quite inexpensive. So those are my 2 cloud backups. And it does take so much time. And it's going to take me a while to get everything backed up to the cloud source. But I wanted to have that extra sense of security since, you know, an external hard drive can go bad and then it can be sometimes impossible to get your stuff off of it. Knock wood, I haven't had that happen, but where it went bad and I couldn't get the stuff off of it. But I have had one go bad, but I was able to get everything off of it. So, you know, Stardust is a must for a diva like me. Song for Blume. That'd be cute. Backing up and organizing. Yeah, it was so scary. I had a literal meltdown that day that happened. But that is why I am now backing up my files to cloud sources as well. And basically what I do is I have it on my calendar each week on Friday until I get caught up with everything. And I'll probably keep it on my calendar on Fridays after that. Every Friday afternoon for 2 hours, I back up files to the cloud sources. And then that way, if I set a time, because there's never going to be a time where I want to just spend 2 weeks straight trying to back up all these files. So I figured if I just gave myself a slotted time each week that worked for me, that I could just be uploading those files at least once a week and start getting somewhere with it. Okay, so I think we can watch the video. We won't have any sound, but at least we'll have our video titled Timeline. Oh, my picture is all over it. What a bummer. I wonder if I do share my entire screen. Although last time I shared my entire screen, you guys couldn't see anything. So if you can't see anything, let me know. And we'll go back to, well, I know you can see a million. How are we going to avoid that? I need to know if you guys can, I'll minimize the chat. Oh, how can you see? You just see like a million of these screens plus that, right? If I minimize everything, oh, now I've got all kinds of stuff open though. Oh, let's go view full screen. Now I wonder if you can see it here. I'm going to leave it on full screen for a second, and then I'm going to come to you guys in the chat, and it's going to get all wonky again, and see if you can see it like this, and then we'll play it like this, if you could see it. Does that make sense? Let me go back to the chat window. Chat. Okay. It does look good. Okay. Video is full at least. Okay, great. Great, 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 great. Okay, let me go back to that and we'll watch the video in full screen. Okay. Of course, we didn't get to see the opening text because the little play button was still on there. So I like the pacing and I do like the dissolve now that I do think the dissolve was the better choice. I didn't want it to be such a jarring switch. Now, sometimes it's really nice to have a jarring switch between the frames, but for this, since it's all like ethereal and floaty and pretty, I just felt like the jarring switch of the frames would be too much. I can see this being really great with music. The pacing is feeling good. I like that nobody is on screen long enough that I'm like bored of seeing them. That one gal was a little short. That was good. That was good. So I feel like Adobe Firefly is intuitive enough once you kind of figure out where things are. I don't like that it didn't give me an end frame option or beginning frame option or any kind of title options or anything like that. At least it does give us the text option, which worked, and that did create an end card putting text at the end. So that was nice. I guess because I'm used to a regular editor, I'm used to looking for the end card, the title card and the end card and all those features. So but I think it turned out really pretty, and I do like the dissolve, and I do like how it turned out. I'm okay with it. Would I love a little more animation with the text for sure, and maybe on the end card some kind of little fun animation, but that doesn't exist for in this particular video editor. Will I probably just use Canva next time? I want to do a quick, merge of animations like this. Yeah, most likely. But it's an okay option, especially if you don't have Canva. I don't know if you have to have the Canva paid account to do the video editor or not. Probably not, though. I think they're free, does stuff like that. I think what you need the paid for on Canva is like more of the AI stuff, but I could be wrong. Let's see what everybody says. Looks good. Perfect. It's great. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Donna. Can I try it with the song? Sure. You know what? I have Beth says it's the perfect length. Oh no, lost you. Looks fab. Am I back? Or did you just lose the video when I turned it off? You know what? I have that song, I think, in my playlist. Actually, I can just go search for it. Okay, is this the song? has like a little intro. You guys can't hear it yet, but there's like a okay, sorry. I was lining up the music so it could go with the song where I want, I mean, with the video where I want it to be. Okay, let me open the video again and I'll share my whole screen again. And you'll see me in a million mirror views at first. And then we'll play it with the song. Oh, wait. Did I shoot? Hang on. I want to make sure I turned on sound. When you do the entire screen, you have to remember to turn the sound on. It defaults to sound on if you do a tab or a window, but if you do entire screen, you have to turn the sound on. Okay, so sound's on. Let's go to here. Let's go. Let me scooch it back just a smidge so I have a minute, a couple seconds. Oh. I need a little bit more time. Okay, here and screen. Okay, we'll let it get to the spot that I want. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children use it, let the children use it, let all the children do it. Someone so picked on you. Oh, oh, hey, that's far out. So you heard him too. Oh, oh, switch on the TV. We may pick him up on channel 2. Look out your window, I can see his light. If we can sparkle, he may land tonight. Don't tell your papa, or he'll get us locked up in time. There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting in the sky. Cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He knows that the children. Okay, I gotta come find you. Hang on. Oh, Chrome. There you are. Okay, so oh, did it not work? Oh, you know what? I just thought about copyright too. My copyright strike me for playing that. Could you guys see it or no? Beth said she only saw spinning wheel. Leela said I was trying to write Ziggy and spell check kept changing to Piggy. Well, I will pick a wonderful song for it and play it, and put it out on social media soon. I have a couple others lined up before this one, but what do you guys think? Do you think you'll use Adobe Firefly for a video editor? I think that if anyone was asking me, I'd probably still recommend Canva just because it has so many other features and functionalities. But this one is very simple. So it does remove the analysis paralysis of having to choose a title card, an end card, choose from different animations and different things, it takes away all the choice and just makes a nice straight video, which is pretty cool. If that's what you're wanting. Best back. Did you see the Suno song I sent you? It fits really well. Oh, cool. No, I didn't see it yet. Where did you send it to me at, Beth? Oh, good. It came through. Good. Good. Adobe scares me. Too many moving parts. Yeah, I mean, I get that it's so hard. I mean, in a way, I get that it's complicated for most people, but I also don't get it because I've been using it since it came out. Um, when Adobe Photoshop first came out, I was really lucky, and I was in junior college, and my junior college decided to have a graphic design program, and they bought all the software, and so I got to use it all right at the start of everything first coming out. And so I've been using it since 93, 94, somewhere around there. And yeah, so it's so intuitive to me now, but I do get that if you haven't used it, it's really not that complicated once you get in there. I think what's complicated about Adobe is that there are a million ways to do a thing, and there are so many options for editing and doing things, and that is kind of where it could get confusing if you aren't sure what you want to use. For me, I just use what I need. And then if I want to use a new feature that they have, I learn how to use that new feature. And then I use that from now on, so I just kind of grow with the tool as I need it, sort of thing. Donna says, I think I'll keep using Canva. Thanks for showing it so I don't have to purchase Adobe again. Yeah, for sure. And that is why I do these demonstrations, because I feel like it's important for us to look at the different options and decide which one's best for us. And everyone has different needs. If you only did straight videos like this where you just want the clips to come together real quick, this was a fairly quick process. Because I didn't have a lot of options for making other little fancy things happening. And she sent it in the chat and it's in Discord. Okay. Oh, see, I see words. I said Diva Like Me song for Blume, but then I don't see a link to any song. So I'll get it in Discord. Thank you, Beth. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Beth makes the greatest songs. She made a song, multiple songs for me, actually, back when I made these egg fashion. I'll have to show you that someday. And she made some great songs for it, and I used them all and split up the videos into multiples so I could use all of the songs because they were so good. And it was like, hey, don't touch my eggs. Don't touch my body. Stay out of my business, Congress. Stay out of my business, government. It's my body, my choice, my autonomy, kind of thing, was what the video ended up being about. So have I so many ways to back yourself into a corner. Yeah, for sure. In Adobe, for sure. Have I ever synced a video to the beats of music in Canva? I have not, but I have done it in TikTok. It's really easy in TikTok. If I didn't care about like an opening card, or I could create that opening frame with the text on it in Canva and then upload all of my videos to my phone. And then in TikTok, I could select all the videos. You can do up to 30. So I would have had too many in this case, but still 30 is a lot. You can select up to 30 of your videos, and then it will sync them to the music. And that's really fun to do. I have done it in Canva, in TikTok, but not in Canva. So I'll have to check that out. It did upload the videos really quickly, and the whole process was fairly quick, I feel like, even though it was my very first time touching it. Leila says, how do I sign up for the Discord? My Discord group has kind of changed. It's morphed into just being just a handful of people that started there, but I am starting a new community. It's going to be called Open Studio, and that will have everyone who wants to join in there. And I'll be sharing print on demand tips and all the other stuff, just like a Facebook group basically, but even better because I'll have things for you guys to download, notifications about my lives, really more in-depth information about how you can do certain things, and access to me, like in the chat and in the conversation and replying to your questions and comments and stuff and giving feedback. And I know we talked about earlier, like we'll have an accountability thread because I always think that's really important for any kind of learning or business building, is to have some kind of accountability. Yes, yes. It's not going to be on school. It's actually going to be on my website, the community. I thought about doing it on school, but I want to keep everything in the same hub, basically, for my sake, because then it makes it better for me to be able to get to you guys. And it'll be a super simple login, I think. So that's what I want to do, is I'm building it so I can test it and then make sure that it is all good. I will switch to school if I don't like the way the platform works, or if it seems complicated in any way. I want the user and interface to be really simple for you to just be able to log in and chat with me, and see what's going on. Yeah, so that's what it will be. But you'll see my announcement in the next couple of weeks, in my newsletter and on social and all those places. Oh, good. Donna has a Wix as well. Yeah, I really love Wix. I love that everything is in that one hub now, and my courses are in the hub, and the my email newsletter is in that hub. My website is in the hub. My chat is in the hub. My portfolio, my blog, like everything is in this one nice big hub. And so I'd like to keep it all in there if I can. But like I said, I want that interface to be really simple for you guys to use. If it's complicated at all or confusing, then I won't use it, because I want it to be easy for you guys, of course. Yeah, I'm going crazy with all these platforms. Yeah. Everything is in Wix. All my e-commerce, my email newsletter, everything. It's a little bit more expensive than a regular hosting with all that stuff added on. But the other option is like having a Squarespace site or having a WordPress site, and then adding MailChimp on, or adding on your email client, and then adding on this, and then adding on this, and then adding on this. And then you have to have logins for all of the different things, and you have to go to those different platforms to work in them. And right now, the way I'm building my Yellow Studio is everything is in this one universe. And I really like that. I really like that I can just go into that universe and start working on any part of it that I want. Any section, I can get in there, and it's all in the same place, same login, same everything. Leila says she has Wix as well. It did all that show it did. It would cost $300 plus a month. Do you mean show it would cost $300 plus a month, or Wix would cost $300 plus a month? I only pay about, I was paying about $300 a year for an e-commerce with Wix, and that was including email and e-commerce and all of that. And they had a sale recently, and I paid only $300 for 2 years. So I got $150 a year, which I was stoked on. And then the email is a little bit more than that, because I have so many emails now that I have the plan that sends up to 1 million emails a month, because it's based. Something that you might want to know when you're looking at email marketing pricing is they say it's per user, right? So they say up to this many users, for the different tiers. But that's not really the pricing, because what happens is if I have 1,000 users, 1,000 emails, and I want to send 4 emails a month, that's 4,000 emails that need to be sent a month, not 1,000 emails. So they set the pricing. It's really confusing. I wish they would say how many emails you can send a month. And that is what Wix does, which I really appreciate. They say how many emails you can send a month. And I went over my limit when I was marketing courses. And so I just went ahead and went up to the $1 million. I mean, not the $1 million, the million email level. I don't usually ever get near it now unless I'm marketing something big, a new course or something. Flory says she'll need lessons. Yeah. Wix workshop needed. Yeah, we can definitely do some Wix stuff. I have an idea to do, sorry, we're so over time already, but I am enjoying chatting with you guys. But I have an idea to try the different ways of making a website with AI through the different platforms. And so we'll do that. It won't be all in one night. Obviously, we'll try one in one night and then one in another and one in another. Maybe we'll do them back to back, or maybe we'll spread them out. But we'll definitely test them all out and see which one does the best and which one makes it prettiest and fastest and easiest and all of that. Show it charges you for every little thing. Oh, I see what you mean. So you meant show it would cost, like as much as $300 a month. Yeah, that's the thing is I didn't switch to show it because I didn't like that. There's not really anything connected to it other than your web builder, it's a nice web builder, but then you have to connect all the things to it. That's just like WordPress for me. Even though WordPress isn't near as beautiful as you can make a show it site, it's still that same functionality though, where I have to add like plugins, basically add all these things to my site instead of them actually existing in the universe that the site is in already. Yes, $1 million a month. Can you imagine? $1 million a month to send you guys emails. I hope you appreciate them. Yes, I'm manifesting the $1 million level for sure. And Wix has an AI creator. So yes, that's why it's on my list. Yeah, Donna, for sure. So Wix has an AI creator. They've had it for a long time actually, but it just got an update. In the past, it wasn't that good. And so I never really shared it with anyone, never really was that excited about it, but it did just get an upgrade recently. And I think it's a bit better. And there are several others too that have AI capabilities to create a website. Oh, the 1 million emails. No, I won't send 1 million emails. I was saying, so the way I would get to 1 million is sending 1 million emails is that I have about 1,500 emails on my list right now. So if I send out 4 emails a month, that's 6,000 emails. And that's where I went over because the 5,000 emails a month was the last plan I was on. And now I need to go over the 5,000. And the next one went up to 1 million. So I was like, okay. And so hopefully my list will grow. And I'll be able to send on this same plan all the way up to, that's 125,000 emails on my list. That'll get me 4 emails a month, right? 125 times 4 would be 1 million. Yeah. So, Leela is joking. No, I would never send you guys 1 million emails. I don't like that. That's why I send the weekly email. I like a weekly wrap up. I think it's fun. Unless I'm just sending like a quick little, hey, there's a new course or here's an announcement or something like that. I like a little short email here and there for announcements, but for the most part, I like that weekly wrap up that just gives you kind of like a little kit to dive into, 125 times 8 equals 1 million. Oh, so I could send 250. Oh, okay. So I was right the first time. I could send 250. I told myself 250 the first time, but then I was like, no, that's too many. Yeah. So I could have up to 250,000 on my email list and still be at my same pricing tier with Wix. So that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Or have like a big launch coming up with a new class or something and be able to send out some extra emails, that kind of thing. So, yeah, fun. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you had a great time. Um, let's all go use Canva this weekend. Yeah, 250K life goals. Woo, woo. I'm on my way. I feel very proud that I went from last year, I had 30 emails last January 1, and this year I have 1,500. So I feel really proud of that and very happy with that. And if it grew any faster than that, it might be really hard to manage. So it's kind of nice when it, grows at a moderate pace. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you had fun. Watch for my Stardust video coming soon. Love you all. Mwah. Have a wonderful evening and weekend.